Hello YouTube, welcome. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Melly, and if you're my old subscriber, thank you very much for staying with me. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the differences between Denmark and Uganda. I come from Uganda and I live in Denmark, and I've been living here for over 20 years. So I'm going to be talking about some of the differences, but I think I'm going to make it in different parts so it doesn't become so long. So I think today we'll start talking about the social life in Denmark. People in Denmark, they are very reserved. I think that's the what I can use without making them sound like they don't like people. They're just so reserved, and if they have friends, they have their friends from their school and all that, so they keep only these friends. It's so difficult making new friends in Denmark. I've been staying here for over 20 years, and I don't have like a real Danish friends. Like at work, you can meet people and they talk nicely to you and they're very friendly, but it stops there. It never goes up beyond that. And I don't know if it's my own fault. I haven't maybe tried to invite people to my place, but I hear it from a lot of other foreigners. They have the same problem. Actually, there's a town or some different towns where they try to make these social events in order to get like Danish people to come and meet foreigners. I'm sure there's a lot of Danish people who have foreign friends, but it's not as easy making a friend as it's in Uganda. In Uganda, it's like if you're sitting in a bus or in a taxi, you can easily like make a friend there. It's the same thing like here in Denmark. If I'm in town and I meet a girl from Rwanda, or even if it's China or Spain, foreigners, it's very easy like to make friends with them, because you approach people and people are not like, why are you approaching me? Whereas here in Denmark, when people sit in like in the train or bus, they just want to be left alone. So I'm not saying like Danish people are not friendly people. They just are not easy to make friends with. And that also comes to that point where like you can have a neighbor for many years and you don't even know who they are. Neighbors, they don't talk together as much as like we do. Some places they do, but not all places. Like in Uganda, you know your neighbors. If something happens to your neighbor, everybody's gonna know. If your neighbor dies, everybody's gonna know. Here, your neighbor can die, like even there goes maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks without even you don't know. Like so if you're coming here to Denmark, you have to know like it's not so easy to make friends, which is in I think also it has to do with the weather, and also I think it has to do with the culture. Like in Uganda, a lot of people have house girls, like housemaids. So when they get off work, parents, when they get off work, they can maybe go have a drink at a cafe or something like that. The weather is good, people are outside a lot. Whereas here in Denmark, you don't have house girls, you don't have house help. You have to do everything. Like you help each other. You come home, you have to do groceries, go home, cook and everything. Whereas in Uganda, like they have this for doing these things. So I think that also contributes to that. Yeah. Another thing is the weather. When you live in Denmark, you have to know the weather can be really harsh in the winter. But I love the weather here. I've gotten used to the weather here, and I love the 4 seasons. Like it changes. Like in Uganda, it's the same. It's the same season almost a year round. Of course, we get some rain seasons, but here in Denmark, we have those 4 seasons. I've learned to love it. In old days, I didn't love it. I didn't love the winter and all that, but I've learned to love, like, to look forward to the new season. Like when it's like right now it's winter. It's been autumn. It's been so beautiful. I've been taking so many photographs of the leaves, the beautiful colors. Everything is changing. And right now it's gonna be winter, so normally we'll be looking forward to the snow. It doesn't come so much because of global warming, but yes, then you could, even if it's cold, you could look forward to it's gonna be winter. And when it was winter, oh, then February is so cold, then you look forward to spring. Spring is so beautiful. The plants are all springing out, the flowers are coming out. It's so beautiful. And then when spring is over, then you look forward to summer. Us who like fashionistas, we like changing out our clothes, like you change your wardrobe again and again. So though I love the weather in my country, I love the weather in Denmark also, because I've also learned which clothes to wear. You have to learn, like in the winter time, you have to learn which clothes to wear. It's not about wearing like cute. This is cute, but this is not warm. You have to wear warm sweaters made out of wool. to keep yourself warm, you know. Me, I, even now in the winter, it doesn't stop me from going out for walks because I know what to wear. So what else? Yeah, and what else should we talk about? Yeah, I think also we need to talk about the family life at home. Like a lot of people in Uganda, at least in the old days, it was the woman doing everything. You know, you have to cook, take care of the kids, and do this and do that. Sometimes with the help of the house girl, the nannies or whatever. But here in Denmark, few people have housemaids. I don't know why. I think it's expensive, but everything you have to do yourself. Like you have to plan who does what, who takes the kids to school, you know, you cook together, you do all these things together. But I have a feeling like in Uganda also for the young generation is changing, like people are working together. But now I'm talking about like in the old generation, it's been the woman who has to take care of the home and the man had to go do the work. I think now it's changing.
About elder care.
Yes, yes, elder care, taking care. I mean, in Uganda, I don't think, maybe I think I heard that they're beginning to build home cares for old people. Whereas here in Denmark, it's a lot. It's like a whole, how can you call it, a whole organization for itself, taking care of the elderly. We have so many, what are they called, like home care,
Yeah.
where you can take care of these elderly at home, but also we have a place where you can put them. We don't have that a lot on Denmark. Again, it has something to do with the culture here. I think the children, when they finish their education, they travel. Denmark is not such a big country, but the kids, maybe they move away and all that. In Uganda, people do that too, but I think in Uganda, we are so connected to our elder. We take care of them, and most of them, like, our houses are built in a way that we can have our mother or our father staying in here, and we take care of them, which I think is such a beautiful thing. Because I mean, here in Denmark, it's so like a lot of older people, they are in these home care places. What are they called?
Plejehjem.
No, in English.
Elder care places.
Elder care places, yeah. And even the children, they don't come to visit, you know, like you see them, like you ask the old lady, like, you don't have kids? I haven't seen. Yeah, I have my sons. I have 3 sons and maybe 2. Oh, I have 2 daughters, but they're busy with work, you know, they never come to visit. But I think in Uganda, we're very, very good at taking care of our parents. Come on, you can say that. And I think another thing I'll talk about, I'm not saying like people in Denmark, they're not good at taking care of their parents, but I think it seems like when they're young, the parents and the children, they have this big relationship, you know. The children are treated like princesses, you know. But when the children are getting older, they kind of move away from their parents. Even you hear sometimes people saying, oh, I haven't talked to my brother for 2 years or 4 years, or I don't even know where my brother is. Like in my country, that would be so weird. We have this close relationship, you know. Even if when we were young, we're not treated like princesses and all that, because most of us, we have many siblings, so your parent cannot be treating you all like princesses. But we still have that. We take care of our parents. That's what I'm trying to say. So I think another one thing I'll talk about, to not to make this the video so long, I think is I don't know if I call it parenting. There's been a documentary going on about how the children in school, like, you see the children like not listening to the teachers, you know. The teacher has to yell and the children, they're just doing like they want. And I don't know, like, what is that, because it seems like the teachers, they cannot like tell the kids stop, you know, like yell at them or anything, you know. I don't know if it is a parenting, I don't know if it's the culture, but where I come from, the children, they respect the teacher. Teacher comes in, good morning sir, whatever, they sit down, they listen. You're not going to see a child running around and disturbing the whole class. Like some kids, they want to learn, and you see them, they're so miserable, they're so sad, they're actually going home and very sad, and I think they mentally, the mental status get really destroyed, because they have these other kids who are like, I don't know what's wrong with them, but they're like ruining the whole class, ruining it for everybody. I don't know what that is, but in my country, you cannot do that. I think in my country, you respect everybody that's older than you. Respect, like the whole village raises the children. You cannot be walking around doing bad things and people not saying something to you. The teachers will tell you something. If you don't listen in the class, I think you're put out. It's very simple. If you cannot be in the class and respect everybody else, you're going to put out. I have seen on social media some actually Danish people saying like, yeah, it has to do with the parents not raising their kids very well. I don't know, it could be just the kids are like that. It could be also the system, like you cannot raise your voice to a child, and I'm not saying that is right, but I don't understand, like, and some people saying these kids have something called ADHD, and I think some people are saying like people use this ADHD like an excuse for kids having bad behavior, and to be honest, I think it's true. Yes, some kids have ADHD, but I think some people use this like an excuse for children having bad behaviors. How come like in my country we don't have a lot of this ADHD? Like, children, you respect your teacher or you're just gonna be kicked out of the class. It's very plain and simple. So I think, you guys, these are some of the difference. I don't want to make the video so long. I'll try to make part 2. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if there's some things I'm wrong about, let me know. So stay tuned for another video. All right, take care and have a nice Sunday. Bye.